In the small village of Kazanye in Rwanda, a tired mother, Akua, takes her second journey of the day in the scorching sun to a water station miles away from her home. On her trek, she carries her baby on her back and an empty water container on her head. When she reaches the water station, she fills up her jug and places it on her head. When filled, the jug weighs 40 pounds. With her child still on her back, Akua then begins to carry the jug miles back home. The long walk back feels excruciatingly long, with her aching feet getting cut up and burnt with every step she takes. She can feel the weight of the jug and her child bearing down on her, wishing that she did not have to do this. During her long journey, her thoughts drift to her late son. He had died due to a disease he contracted through the drinking water from the very same water station she carries on her head now. She wishes more than anything that she had another option for drinking water, so that she would not have to put her child's lives at risk, and that she would not have to make this long journey multiple times a day. Sadly, Akua's story is not an uncommon occurrence in Kazanye.
Many of the core ideas come into play when looking at Akua's story. Water is essential for life. Akua knows this and knows how vital it is for her to make the journey multiple times a day, miles away, to get water for her family. The essentialness of water is worth the risk of becoming ill due to contamination. Akua's first child died after ingesting contaminated water because water can carry substances with it and is more likely to affect children. Contaminants can get incorporated into the water at different stages throughout the water cycle. Contaminated water in the villages like Kazanye can carry harmful substances like bacteria, feces, fertilizer, and other debris that can be life-threatening if ingested. Because of her child's death along with other illnesses that have occurred in the village, Akua knows the water that she is retrieving may have contaminants that come from runoff of a nearby field. Akua also faces having to walk long distances in order to retrieve water. This highlights the next core idea, that water is unevenly distributed. Akua must walk many miles a day to retrieve drinking water for her family, while others can take a few steps to a faucet. Luckily, there are solutions to the problems that Kazanye and many other villages face.
The Sake Water System Project addresses lack of water and proper sanitation in Kazanye. The goal of the project is to build water stations in Kazanye, Nyaboro, and Nyakagezi, giving the villages fresh water. Water trenches will be dug from the Gazesta water plant to water stands built in the villages. Foundation will then be laid down and pipes placed on top inside the trenches. Finally, the pipes will be covered in order to protect them from being damaged. The clean water from the water plant will be protected by the pipes as it travels to the water stations. As seen through our demonstration, the water travels through the pipe and to the output area where people will have access. As it traveled, no visible contaminants were added to the source. If it had been tested for non-visible contaminants, the water would be proven clean as well. This shows how the water is protected through the piping system. The Sake Water System Project will provide clean water to all 3 villages in the Sake area, including Kazanye. This benefits 2,618 people. This project is not an inexpensive solution, though. It will cost $4,900 to create this system. In order to fund this project, water use may be reduced to save enough money to donate to the Sake Water System. This brings us to another core idea. People can make decisions to lessen their impact. Where water is abundant, many often use more water than necessary. It may be in more obvious ways such as 20-minute long showers or just forgetting to turn the water off, or in less obvious ways such as buying a lot of new consumer goods. Water is needed to create the products, energy, and food we use. By looking at their water usage, people can make informed decisions to reduce their water waste. For instance, they could reduce the time they shower to only 8 minutes to save water, or swap out a serving of beef per week for a vegetarian option. This would reduce the amount of water being used, which not only saves water but money as well. Our group members looked at the ways each of us could reduce our water footprints. By changing our actions, we collectively reduced our water footprint by 1,275,247 gallons. For each gallon of water saved, 1 cent is saved. Together, we saved $12,752. This is enough to fund the Sake Water System Project as well as another charity of our choosing.
Reducing water usage could allow for more projects to be funded like the Sake Water System Project. This can help other villages like Akua's who don't have accessible clean water sources. The money saved per year from showering 2 minutes less per day could make all the difference in another person's life who is struggling for survival due to lack of water. As a member of the global community, we should all take this into consideration and conserve water to help others and better our world.